You got handcuffs? Hey, the little one inside.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the story of Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a fighter once praised for devastating knockouts and seen as boxing's next big superstar. But now he's making headlines for all the wrong reasons. We're talking drama, legal trouble, and a long list of controversies that have completely flipped his world upside down. So what exactly happened to Gervonta "Tank" Davis? Grab your popcorn because this one is about to get wild. First things first, let's get into the raid. And no, this wasn't some routine police visit. We're talking about federal agents storming Tank's home like a full-blown action scene. This was serious. The feds arrived with a warrant, ready to tear the place apart. And they weren't doing it just for show. They were looking for something specific, and they absolutely found it. Rumor has it they discovered illegal firearms, unregistered weapons, and illegal substances. Yep, drugs and guns, and plenty of them. Reports describe the inside of the house as somewhere between an armory and a stash spot. To make it worse, Tank was actually home during the raid, meaning he couldn't pretend he had no idea what was inside. He was arrested on the spot, and that's when everything went downhill. Tank has been in custody ever since, and for now he's sitting behind bars. His lawyers are working overtime trying to build a defense, but things aren't looking good. Charges are stacking up fast. Possession of unregistered firearms, drug-related offenses, and more charges that could easily lock him up for years.
What the hell, bro?
You know, people just burn.
All right, sir. What's your side of this?
Tank claims none of it is his. He says it was all a setup and that someone in his circle betrayed him. He even said recently, "They're out to get me. I've been betrayed by people I trusted." But at this point, that may not be enough to get him out of this mess. This situation doesn't just damage Tank's reputation, it puts his entire boxing career at risk. The boxing world is watching everything unfold, and it's hard to imagine a comeback from something this serious. Sure, fighters get into trouble sometimes, but this is a whole different level entirely. Now let's move on to the hit-and-run incident. Yet another wild chapter in Tank's recent life. This went down in 2020, but the consequences are still following him. For those unfamiliar with the details,
snake in a suit. That's all. He's a snake.
Are you talking about Eddie Hearn?
Bro, he let what's the guy's name? Conor Ben test positive and was still gonna let him fight. Still was gonna let him fight.
Dillian White fought after he tested.
Who?
Dillian
White. After testing positive, I didn't even know that. Bro, he's a snake, bro. He's bad for
Would you
business.
fight Conor Ben?
Yes, if he off that shit.
On an Eddie Hearn show?
Huh?
On an Eddie Hearn show? Or does it mean
No, because I can't trust Eddie Hearn. You can't trust Eddie Hearn. You can't at all. Snake in the suit.
here's what happened. Tank was allegedly involved in a hit-and-run accident that left 4 people injured. Instead of staying to help, he reportedly fled the scene. Imagine being one of the most feared punchers in the sport and then running away from an accident like some regular person terrified of getting caught. The victims were seriously hurt, and Tank's decision to leave has made many question who he really is outside the ring, not exactly the kind of behavior expected from a supposed role model. The legal case has dragged on for years, and Tank recently faced a judge to answer for the incident. Long story short, the outcome wasn't in his favor. But we're still not done because things get even worse with the sexual assault allegations. Tank has been accused of sexual assault.
Now the case against local boxing champ Gervonta Davis is in court. Police say Davis was the driver in a hit-and-run crash in Baltimore that left several people hurt. The crash happened in November 2020 at the intersection of MLK Jr. and Washington Boulevards. The police report says Davis's Lamborghini ran a red light and hit another car. Davis faces 14 counts of various traffic violations, including hit and run.
something that could do even more damage to his public image and career. These aren't just random claims. Multiple allegations have surfaced, each one painting a picture of someone who let success and fame get to his head in the worst possible ways. Tank's legal team denies all accusations, of course, but the public isn't quick to forget. And with video footage already out showing Tank assaulting his ex-girlfriend in public, people are questioning how much more evidence is even needed.
And the defense attorney, why was he allowed to attend his pre-sentencing investigation with an entourage and not...
Just being connected to these accusations is a massive blow to his reputation. Now let's talk about something that may explain the downward spiral. You all remember that Gervonta was once the prize star of Mayweather Promotions.
Hey, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
Gervonta, you was charged.
You got nothing to say, guys. Come with me. I'm your bond.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
You got nothing to say.
Right now, 4:30, a boxing star bonding out of jail in Broward County and refusing to answer our questions.
Floyd Mayweather took him in, boosted his career, and helped turn him into a household name. But everything changed when Floyd cut ties and officially released him from Mayweather Promotions. Getting dropped from Mayweather Promotions was a huge deal for Tank, and it clearly sent him in a bad direction. There's been a lot of speculation about why Floyd let him go. Some say Tank developed an attitude problem and stopped taking advice. Others say Tank wanted independence and didn't want to be controlled by Floyd anymore. Regardless of the reason, losing that guidance and backing took a major toll, and it didn't take long for things to start falling apart afterward. So what happened to Gervonta Tank Davis? Honestly, it's a mix of poor decisions, the wrong influences, and a whole lot of ego.
Known boxer accused of domestic violence has bonded out of jail. Gervonta Davis walked out earlier today. That's after a judge gave him a $1,000 bond. Davis was scheduled to headline a boxing match next week in Washington, D.C. It's unknown if that's going to happen.
He has the talent, the power, and the fan base to be boxing's next megastar, but instead of staying focused on his career, he's been consumed by chaos. So that's all for today's video.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss future uploads. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned and we'll see you in the next one.